What is up, guys? Fódlan here. Welcome back to more Fire Emblem Warriors 3 Hopes. Last time we did chapter 9, which also ended part 1 of our Scarlet Blaze journey here. I've actually, I may have, like, you know, spoken too soon. I've actually really enjoyed this part 1. I think this is my favorite part 1 for sure, which is a surprise to me, but that's where we're sitting. But every path is kind of falling apart in part 2, so we'll see how things shape up. But let's get it going. There's the ruined stained glass.
Shifting history
Of this path, all right.
5 months have passed since the attack on the Emperor, and 1182 nears a close. Though each army schemes, the battle maps barely change, but now, history is about to resume its course.
Okay, so 5-month stalemate.
Today is a momentous day in Fódlan's history that people will mark for generations to come.
Well, like I said, I might have spoken too soon. This isn't a promising start. This is... I felt like one of the worst parts of Golden Wildfires route was this weird alliance. Like, on one hand, like, Claude using Edelgard temporarily or whatever, like, kind of makes sense, but the way it ended up, it was not great. Oh boy.
Then why do you look so conflicted?
I'm not conflicted, Claude. I'm just painfully aware of how much stronger I need to be. That's why I'm counting on you and the Alliance to make up the difference.
Never mind the fact that we slaughtered all of them. We recruited Lysithea, we killed the rest, and it's just you and Hilda. And Holst, I guess.
Hey, I've got feeling unprepared down to a science, so let's say we help each other out. If we work together, we can achieve what's best for both of us, right?
Indeed.
I have reviewed the terms, Your Majesty. All that remains is the placement of your seals.
Everything looks good to me. I'm especially glad we found a solution to the control of Murden.
You've done fine work here, Hubert. Thanks. And thanks to you as well, Holst. You know I'm not good at this sort of thing.
I've never known you to shy away from ceremonial affairs like this, but it is the most significant pact since the founding of the Leicester Alliance, so your caution was most prudent. I must admit, I was quite nervous. Thankfully, I managed not to follow it up.
You surely jest. You did your work masterfully, without batting an eye. I am truly impressed that Leicester's most valiant general is so well versed in diplomacy.
Don't be insulting, Hubert. Sir Holst is a duke.
Okay, but he's also an idiot, so like he's got a point.
A man can be brave in battle and still know how to get things done. Take our Minister of Military Affairs, for example.
A man for whom the term looks can be deceiving was likely invented.
Speaking of Count Burgleys, where is he? I thought he'd be here so we could go head-to-head. We never did get to finish our battle.
I'm afraid the Count couldn't make it, but perhaps you'd consider my bodyguard instead? I'm certain you'll find the challenge to your liking. Is this your first time meeting, by the way?
It is.
In this timeline.
Well, friend, care to go around with me?
They say this Holst character is the strongest man in Leicester. But is he as strong as the Ashen Demon?
Sure.
Wouldn't miss it for the world.
Now that's what I like to hear.
I hope you mean later and not this very second. It would be a shame to get blood all over this nice paperwork.
Yes. All eyes are on us. We must make this a grand gesture and show our soldiers that Adrestia and Leicester have joined forces for a brighter future.
Well, let's get to it. As leader of all the lords and knights who sit at the round table of the Leicester Alliance.
Okay, so they're also just reusing this image too. I mean, it's good. I like that they have the. I wish there was more of these. Really, I think I might have already taken a picture of this, but just in case. But
I, Claude von Regan, hereby swear this pact. Leicester pledges to work in harmony with the Adrestian Empire, and do everything in its power to secure a peaceful future for Fódlan.
By the covenant between the red blood and the white sword that crowns the double-headed eagle, I, Edelgard von Hresfeld, hereby swear this pact. Adrestia pledges to work hand in hand with the Leicester Alliance to deliver peace to the land and secure a future for all its people.
The pact is sealed.
And now it is our job to uphold it.
Goodness, look how far you've risen. You're standing on the stage of history.
From this point of view, it's like a lot of my issues with Golden Wildfire was it was all over the place. It started and stopped arcs left and right with really shitty conclusions most of the time. Where this path so far, keyword so far, we'll see, has been pretty streamlined. Like we're not really jumping all over the place narratively. Like physically, we jump from one side of the continent to the other, but we kind of do that regardless. Like our goal has been on the straight and narrow kind of the whole time. So from this side of things, maybe this alliance won't be a throwaway weird situation. I don't know.
I know you'll do great things. Yes, and greater things still.
But after knowing
Right then, we've
the
got
Golden
plenty of
Wildfire
bright
out,
new faces here at the round table today.
it kind of, I don't have hope.
First, a brand new count ruling Gloucester.
Unfortunately, Lawrence was not able to leave Gloucester. He sends his apologies.
I called you here to give you notice. The Leicester Alliance is assenting to the Empire's request and sending troops to the Kingdom front. Houses Regan, Gloucester, and Daphne will be supplying most of the soldiers. And instead of the usual route through Aelel, we'll be invading Fraldarius directly by sea.
You're staying behind, right, host?
Indeed I am. Almyra is still an unknown quantity, and we've no idea if or when Prince Shahid might stage another attack.
Ah, they did not deal with Shahid in this timeline. Interesting. Okay.
And the same goes for House Ordelia. They've had more than their share of troubles on their border. We agreed that shipping their army away might not be the most prudent of ideas.
And that's all she wrote. You'll find the details in the document you've all been given. I wish the Kingdom would see there between a rock named Adrestia and a hard place named Leicester and throw that white flag high, but of course they won't. So good luck, everyone. I'm counting on you.
Okay.
And so, the Alliance has agreed to bring their troops to bear and attack the kingdom from the east. At the same time, we will resume our invasion from the west using Aryan Road as a foothold. We'll subjugate the kingdom's lords one by one as we work our way toward Byleth.
News of the pact will doubtless have spread throughout the kingdom by now. Provided enough houses see the futility in fighting, we may be able to avoid unnecessary bloodshed. However, that is likely wishful thinking. We should instead expect the worst and prepare accordingly.
You think? Some of them already bent the knee to us once, along with Count Rowe. Wouldn't they jump at a chance to swap sides again?
An idea I am certain has already occurred to the king. Lately, we have been scrambling to reorganize, dealing with an attack by the Knights of Seros and negotiating a pact with Leicester. And during that time, the winds of purgation have swept across Fargus. In one fell swoop, the king has expunged most of the nobles likely to align with us.
Okay.
Still, it's us and the Alliance against him, which means we've got the advantage. What's there to worry about?
The concern isn't that we'll lose. It's that winning might come at the cost of too many lives. What an utterly pointless, senseless thing to do. Oh, I find it all so very draining.
You are correct, Linhardt.
Whatever our intent, we're the
Absolutely
instigators here.
correct.
We can't expect the enemy to do anything less than defend their land with tooth and claw.
Speak for yourself. If someone invaded my territory, I'd hand over lands and titles on a silver platter. Especially if I had no chance of winning.
There is truly no other noble like you, Linhardt. And perhaps no person at all for that matter. Regardless, we must proceed with caution. When people think someone is after what they possess, they respond with fear, even if the thought is all in their head. In the eyes of the people of Fargus, there is no limit to what evils the Empire might visit upon them.
Remember that the kingdom has much coldness. We must not forget to be bundling up like people of the snow. Our Petra is always ready for what lies ahead. I wish I had better understanding of your Fódlan ways, so I could be giving more assistance to everyone.
She says this, but no one's gonna change clothes. So
don't worry about it, Petra.
Be sure to bundle
up.
up.
With all the different factions in this thing, even we have a hard time keeping it straight. This almost seems so backward compared to the way things were in Brigid.
In any case, the battles ahead will be more brutal than any we have yet fought. Keep a vigilant eye out for both yourselves and each other. That is all. Dismissed.
Guess things aren't gonna be so easy anymore. We're under some real pressure to win.
Okay. Interesting. I also I think I would have to go back and look through thumbnails as a double check, but I think this is all progressing significantly faster compared to the other two routes, like event-wise. Oh, okay, we finally got Edelgard's special class. Still don't have her weapon. I forget what it's called, but her fancy axe, we still don't have it. Edelgard has to see, oh, and then, yeah, battle decisions, that's whatever. Oh, I can't leave to see if there's paralogue. Okay, let me get through this, and then we'll pop out the world map, check her paralogue, and see what we're doing today. I would have the Merc Whistle if I wanted any abilities as well. But let's see here, no paralogue. So just doing the full chapter today, huh? All right, well, let me get all the food buffs, all the training points thrown out. I'm sure we'll have some supports pop up. We did in last chapter, but we'll see about this chapter, and we will reconvene then. Oh, but also Edelgard's class Emperor. Let's see, with unparalleled defense, Edelgard appears as an unstoppable force in the legendary armor of the Adrestian Emperor. It is a ground armor, it looks like. Charm, Lance Buster, Lance Breaker, Armored Strike. Damage dealt will increase with defense. Seasoned Tactics, Flickering Flower, break the enemy's stance, then hurl an axe to the ground. Okay. Then Stormer of the Land, reduce damage taken from an enemy proportional to how much lower the enemy's charm is. All right. Well, go ahead and do that. And let's just see visually. Okay. It is really cool armor.
I will hew my own path with this power.
Sit. Oh, but of course, mid-chapter dialogue. Story stuff.
We've finished laying out where the troops will be positioned, Claude. But, are you sure about this?
Am I sure about what?
This isn't even remotely like a standard attack formation. It's like you're going out of your way to limit casualties.
Not true. The moment the enemy drops their guard, we'll swarm them like a pack of bees.
Not the bees.
And if they don't drop their guard?
Then I guess we'll just sit here making angry faces at each other.
Okay, come on. This strategy is not helpful.
Look, just by being here, we're drastically reducing the number of Kingdom soldiers the Imperial Army has to deal with, right? Which means we don't have to kick our troops into action until the Empire has marched further north. Once they're positioned to seize Byleth territory, that's when we'll move.
And if it all goes wrong, the losses could have catastrophic consequences for the future of the Alliance.
I'm not used to you being so worried about the big picture, Hilda. You've grown.
I wasn't going to stay a kid forever, you know.
Apparently not. I'm impressed.
Look, Hilda, I promise you, your fears are misplaced this time. The Empire's already compensated us for any potential losses, and will continue to do so. You don't think I would have signed that fancy pact if they weren't taking care of us, right?
Sure, but are they good for their word? Because I have doubts about that. I want to believe the pact will hold, I really do. But they strike me as folks who won't think twice about sticking an axe between your shoulders if the situation calls for it.
You're right.
Fortunately, I can be pretty ruthless myself when it suits me.
That's also correct. Yeah.
If I don't like something the Empire is doing, it might even be me who ends up breaking the pact.
If that's supposed to make me feel better, it is absolutely not working.
Easy, easy. I'm just throwing out a what if here. Just promise that you'll always have my back, even when things look their worst, all right? I need you.
Oh, fine. But only because it's you.
Okay.
A report, Your Majesty. The Imperial Army marches on western Fargus.
Just when we'd brought peace back to the area, too. We should get ready to provide aid at once.
Rodrigue has already been dispatched to Mateus, along with all the soldiers I can currently spare. And I've sent Annette and Gustav to the Baron's side. Though if it's for better or worse is yet to be seen. I don't doubt we'd all ride to the rescue if we could. But that's clearly not possible given the situation.
Agreed. Now that Claude's joined up with the enemy, we can't risk doing anything foolish. If we move our soldiers even a breath away from the northeast, the Alliance will be all over us.
All we can do now is divide our forces to keep the enemy in check and meet their attacks as they come. We never should have let this happen in the first place. But who could have seen the Empire and Alliance forming such a union?
Boar, are you seriously going to just stand by and watch? They'll overrun us if we don't stem the tide.
Though it smacks of desperation, I'm told the Western Front has enlisted the services of Gerald's mercenaries.
Ah, of course.
They're the same band that carried the battle at Magdred Way. So I hope we can make good use of them again.
Is this really the plan? Burn through mercenaries while we hole up here?
Do try not to be so grim. The Empire has pushed rapid reforms on the land over these last few years. Not everyone was happy to have such changes thrust upon them, and that includes their new friends in the Alliance. The Empire is leaning over the kingdom with such greed that they might yet trip over their own feet.
Do you think there will be revolts?
I'm certainly not going to plan my strategy around it, but there have been whispers, yes. The old ways must die. With that I agree. But shove that down the people's throats and you risk breaking the very land you're trying to rule.
Yes. We've grappled for years with the aftermath of trying to enact reform.
Change is a painful process, but rushed change will set the region to rot from the inside out.
I wonder why they're so intent on doing this the quick and dirty way.
It's difficult to say. Perhaps were things different, we might have found some common ground, some harmonious way forward. But I've lost too many I care about to this war. Ash and Ingrid chief among them. When I think about what they fought for, what they died for, there can be no turning back.
Okay. Sounds good, Dimitri. Oh, and there's more.
The Imperial Army will soon be knocking at our door. Why haven't Duval and Dominic stopped them?
Baron, you'll never reclaim the title of Viscount your Lord Uncle lost if you go weak in the knees. Letting yourself be pressured into betraying the kingdom will see you cast out of the aristocracy for the rest of time. And your fickle nature would earn you the derision of both the kingdom and the Empire alike. They'll view you the same way they do Count Rowe.
I care not. I've no interest in going to my grave just because I drew the shortest straw.
Sorry to interrupt, but I figured you'd want to know we finished cleaning up the enemy's advanced troops.
Oh, I just realized, if this is... Oh, God. This is gonna be a very long video, because I know how many supports I have sitting there. It's a lot. And if this is also the Recruit Byleth chapter, we gotta do it twice for both outcomes. Whew. All right. Okay, I guess I'm doing this all night.
You certainly live up to your esteemed reputation, Captain Geralt. I've never met a more reliable band of mercenaries in all my years. It's a shame we only engaged you for the one contract. I don't suppose we could convince you to extend your term of service. His Majesty the King has heard tale of your exploits. I could arrange for an introduction.
Appreciate the offer, but that would mean going to Ferdiad. I've got reasons for avoiding that place, so thanks, but no thanks.
I see. It will be a shame to lose you, but I won't pry.
It's nothing against you or the kingdom, mind you.
Then I'll hold out hope we might fight alongside each other again someday. Now, if you'll excuse me, the Baron and I must inspect the camp. Best of luck to you in battle, Captain.
You feeling any better? I have to say, I'm still not used to this new look of yours.
That makes two of us. But it will bother me less once I'm on the battlefield.
If you say so. With the war and the state it's in, the Empire is throwing everything they've got at this thing. I don't know if it's that or something else, but I've got a bad feeling. So watch yourself out there.
I will. You do the same.
Oh, right. I've been meaning to give you this. Never used to be without it. Cuts like a dream. I want you to have it. Swords like this are given to captains of the Knights of Seiros, and mine was just collecting dust in the band's convoy.
That's right. Alois mentioned you used to serve there.
That was a lifetime ago. I don't plan on swinging this sword ever again.
But are you sure you want to give it away? It must be quite special to you.
I'd be happiest seeing you get some use out of it.
Thank you. I'll do that.
Be good to it, all right?
Does definitely sound like that's that's what we're doing. What?
Do you think this might work?
No. All right. But there's that. There might be more. Well, time will tell. Okay. There were no actual more story pop-ins there, but it's time for a big one. There were no supports last time because any that were ready were locked. I guess waiting for part 2 here. But let's just get cracking, shall we? Starting from the top, Shez and Edelgard B, and I have A ready, but I have a feeling, especially since Hubert and Ferdinand are locked, that we're only gonna have the B and not the A. We'll see.
Oh, Edelgard. I'm glad I found you. Got a few?
Of course. What is it?
Well, remember how Hubert laid into me after the Knights of Seiros raided Enbar? It got me thinking, what do I need to do for you to trust me again?
Nothing. Hubert and I stopped doubting you the moment that business was behind us. You worked tirelessly for me, and I'm grateful for that. So please, there's no need to worry.
Still, we have no idea when those who slither in the dark might try to interfere again. Honestly, it kind of feels like there's more I should be doing to help. Like I'm just floating around without a purpose or something.
Very well. What do you propose?
If I had to pick something, I'd say protecting you would be my top priority. Everyone's got a bone to pick with you, especially the church and those who slither in the dark.
For good reason.
They won't rest till they have your head.
Maybe not those who slither in the dark, but most people have good reason to have an issue with her.
After all, the Imperial Army's not gonna lose if we've got you at the top handing down orders. And I figure Hubert will stay off my back as long as I put my energy into keeping you safe. Then you can lead us to victory, and we'll all live trustfully ever after.
Perhaps, but I think you're forgetting something. The only way to protect me is by staying at my side, and therein lies a conundrum. Allowing you that close to me would in itself be proof of my trust, without which you would have never earned such an opportunity in the first place.
You're right, you're right.
Still, I can't help but feel like that's what I've got to do to prove myself to you. Please, Edelgard, even if it just means shielding you from your enemies.
Very well. Do as you will. In the meanwhile, I'll tell Hubert... Well, I'm not entirely sure what I will tell him. At the very least, we know those who slither in the dark are able to shapeshift at will. So, in a way, it doesn't matter who I choose to surround myself with. They could just as well turn out to be someone wholly different.
You are right.
Thanks, Edelgard. I honestly could have sworn you were gonna say no.
Of course. What I truly want to know is why you'd risk your life just to earn my trust.
Do you really have to ask? You reshaped my entire life. Before I met you, I had nobody. I was nobody. But you still chose me, of all people, to command one of your armies. Now, I can't walk down the street without people yelling my name. And I've got a great life, surrounded by amazing friends. All of it possible because of you.
That's not true. You would not have earned this post if you lacked the talent.
Maybe now, but before you came along, nobody in the Empire gave a Pegasus's backside about talent. You gave me a seat at the table when no one else would.
I think that's a first, you know. What would you call that? Like a fantasy idiom transformation or saying, but instead of horse's ass, Pegasus's backside.
Ah, I see.
If you want proof you've changed the world, just take a look at me. Because this guy, he's a whole new person thanks to you.
Okay, and it does lock. You know, we can't do the A right now. But okay. Interesting conversation. That almost felt like an A with how it was, how the mood was in that, but okay. Speaking of A's, we have 4. Okay, Caspar A.
Perfect timing, Caspar. I was just looking for you.
You were? Oh, I get it. You want to go a few rounds, huh? Fine, I'll take you down without even breaking a sweat.
Well, no. I mean, okay, yes, at some point. But that's not what I'm here for. Your dad's around, right? I was sort of hoping I could get a session in with him. You know, a little lesson from the Minister of Military Affairs himself.
Yeah, you might not want to do that.
Why not? You're training with him, aren't you?
Well, sure, but I've been doing that since I could barely even talk. And it still knocks my backside into next month. A regular person like you wouldn't stand a chance.
Bet.
What about this looks regular to you? Come on, I'm serious.
Don't say I didn't warn you. You want my advice? Don't eat anything beforehand if you don't want to be cleaning it off your armor later. Oh, and cancel all your plans for after, because I can guarantee you are not going to make them. Just keep that in mind, okay?
Doesn't faze me.
Is it really that bad? I appreciate the advice, but I think I'll be fine.
Hey, better to be ready than get blindsided by the pain. Trust me, I've lived it. Training with my father? It's a marathon of blood, sweat, and tears that'll leave you feeling like you're face to face with the goddess herself.
Okay.
Hey, you still alive?
I can't feel my legs.
Don't worry, you'll be fine. You're just out of energy is all. You know, my father praised you. Nobody's ever kept up with him as long as you did. Apparently, he's gonna come up with even tougher training now. Though I really wish he wouldn't.
I think I underestimated you, Caspar. I don't know how you can handle training like that every day.
Getting used to it was kind of my only choice growing up. I mean, I'm not as clever as you, so I had to make up for it by being tough as nails. That's why I'm always so gung-ho about getting stronger. Though, I don't know if that's really the most efficient way to go about it.
No, that training. Efficiency has nothing to do with it. I think I get where that unwavering focus of yours comes from now.
Yeah? Well, in any case, I'm glad you're still alive and kicking. Our enemies aren't gonna know what hit them next time we get out on the battlefield.
Can't talk anymore.
You know, it's a nice change of pace seeing you like this.
Please don't laugh at my pain.
Okay. Well, with that, we got Monica in Shez A.
Interesting. Her Majesty refrained from drinking tea today. A bit unusual, don't you think? I believe the last time that happened was 15 days ago.
Oh, God.
Ergo, we can conclude she tends to renounce the beverage when...
Hey, remind me why I'm doing this again? What's the point of recording all this stuff? Why not just hang out with her?
It is not stuff. These are Her Majesty's great exploits. They must be accurately recorded and preserved within the annals of Imperial history.
Not sure I'd call her tea habits great exploits. No one's ever gonna need that information. And how do you remember this stuff? I couldn't even tell you what I had for breakfast this morning.
I remember everything Her Majesty does. Every word she has ever spoken to me. Every morsel she has ever eaten. Not to mention where and when she ate it. Every sigh that has escaped her lips. Each and every one of her favorite...
Yeah, let's stop there. This is all sorts of weird.
Why do you say that? These are simply records that need to be kept.
Nah, give up.
All right, you've convinced me.
There's no.
So you understand? This is the very reason I have been granted my.
There's no arguing
memory.
here.
But if your memory's so good, then there's no reason for me to help, is there?
Oh, but there is. Her Majesty places a great deal of confidence in you. She often engages you in conversation, and the two of you spend an insufferable amount of time together. As such, you're able to obtain information I could not otherwise verify on my own. There is nobody more qualified than you to assist me in this undertaking.
All right, fine. I get that you're serious about all this. I don't mind lending a hand when I'm not busy, and there doesn't seem to be much harm in it. For Edelgard, anyway.
Spoken like a true confidant of Her Majesty. How dependable of you. It's no wonder she trusts you more and more each day, even if it is maddening. And so, the time has come for me to grant you a very special privilege. I will permit you to devote yourself to Her Majesty as a sign of your undying love.
Yeah, sure, thanks.
I'm honored, I guess. Does that mean you're not jealous of me anymore?
I suppose not. We will be comrades, joined in our quest to bestow love and affection upon Her Majesty.
Well, all right then. I wouldn't get your hopes up, though. I'm not really sure how I'd show my love for her, or if I'd even want to.
Very well. You clearly still fail to appreciate the full extent of Her Majesty's charm. However, I am confident you will come to your senses the more you assist me. I hope that one day you will ascend and become a true admirer of Her Majesty.
Ah, yes, ascend. You plug into the controller.
Yeah, you do that.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's Monica for you. We got Manuela A.
Another rough night, Manuela?
You could stand to learn some manners, you know. I had a little too much to drink yesterday, that's all. More importantly, you saw me perform, right?
Yeah, I was at the inn. You really do have a beautiful voice. I was impressed.
I told you so. But was it just my voice you were impressed with?
Well, I mean, when you were singing in front of everyone, you looked stunning. Seriously, is that how you always are when you perform for the people in town?
Oh, please. In their dreams, maybe. Yesterday was a special occasion because you were there. We had a deal, remember?
Ah, yes, the hush money.
You haven't told anyone, right? About what I said in my sleep and such?
Not a soul?
Not a peep to anyone. Not even about the dream where you got dumped.
Shh! Don't go shouting about it now!
You know, I don't think there's anything wrong with you, even when you are hungover.
Really?
It makes you seem like a laid-back, mature woman. Just another interesting side of you. One day you're a physician saving lives, and the next you're a warrior on the battlefield. I like all your sides.
Like, you say?
It's more like I can't take my eyes off you. All the more so now, since I've seen you sing and all. You have all these different sides that come together to form a complete person. Maybe that's what draws me in. It's like, which one is the real Manuela?
Of course, the real me is the majestic diva shimmering in the spotlight. If only. I'm not that delusional. Those days are long gone. Apparently, I've reached the age where I must take comfort in the glories of yesteryear.
Damn.
Do you really think so? I think you're probably way more attractive now than when you were all famous.
Shez said, "We stand MILFs around here. What are you saying?" Older women, sign me up.
My word. Is it just me? Or are you trying to sweep me off my feet?
Huh? Wait, no, I didn't mean it like that.
No. Don't go back. You're in, buddy. You're in.
I just meant that a person's attractiveness gets more, I don't know, refined as they get older. Like a fine wine or something.
Now, no need to get embarrassed. How about we get together and talk about our future later tonight?
Oh, I've got some stuff I gotta do tonight. Sorry, maybe another time.
Oh, really? Fine, we'll save it for another day. It'll give us more time to talk anyway. Just don't blow me off, okay? Or you'll be sorry.
That was a joke, right? Manuela? Right?
All right. That was pretty good. That was pretty good. And then finally for Shez, we have Yuritsa A. Cat.
Huh? Oh, it's a cat. Looks like something spooked it. What's wrong, little guy? Is someone chasing you? Not that you'd be able to tell me anyway. Yuritsa? What's wrong? Wait a sec. Why do I feel like this has happened before?
There you are.
Yeah. What's up?
Not you. Her. The creature who raided the pantry.
Wait, you mean the cat?
She is swift. This is not the first time she has eluded my grasp.
Not the first? Oh, so this is who you were chasing the last time.
Yes.
Yes. She was injured. I tried to tend to her, but she fled. Eventually, another soldier apprehended her.
So that's what was going on. It wasn't a person who went missing, it was a cat. Now that I think about it, I don't know if you ever said she was a person. Sorry for jumping to conclusions.
The fault is mine as well. My word choice was poor.
Honestly, I'm more surprised than anything. Never really saw you as a cat person.
Really? Like, I could see, like, I guess, not pet person. But if he was into pets at all, it had to be cats. There's no other way. Like, look at it.
I always thought your antisocial tendencies extended to everyone, human and animal.
Oh, okay, there you go. Yeah, that's what he did.
I only loathe people. I had a cat once, back at House Bartels, with my sister.
No kidding. So they weren't always scared of you?
No. However, the cat vanished. After my mother and sister left, perhaps it was frightened by the sight of me covered in blood.
Damn.
I'm no cat expert, but they say animals can sense danger. Maybe it could tell that you'd become a threat somehow. Cats are fickle. Anyway, what do you plan to do once you've caught this bread bandit?
Take her with me, and make sure she never steals again.
What's that supposed to mean? Look, you practically scared the whiskers right off her.
I only planned to give her some food. I wonder why she was frightened.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a while till she realizes you just want to help.
I think that's the last of the Yuritsa supports. Oh wait, no, there is. Oh, the A with Edelgard. And then that's the last of them. But I've really enjoyed Yuritsa supports in here. I kind of like them in 3 houses, but I felt like they, outside of the one with Mercedes, they were kind of lacking. This one gives more character to him, which I do appreciate. But yeah, let's go ahead, go from Yuritsa with Shez to finishing off Yuritsa entirely with Edelgard A.
Bored, are we?
Training is useless. Swords are for killing.
I can see why you'd find it vexing. To you, real battles are a source of sustenance. It's easy to forget how some people welcome this war, especially the Death Knight.
Without the war, I would just be killing someone less deserving. When it ends, our contract expires. Then I face my punishment.
You're still adamant about that? I agree that, circumstances aside, a crime like yours warrants some kind of punishment. But there are other ways to go about it. For example, you could atone for your sins by doing good in the world. Or is anything less than perdition off the table? It's not as if the members of House Bartels were completely innocent, after all.
That is what you want. not me. It is my future. I choose how I live and die.
Well, I'm sorry to hear you'll be leaving us, but I do respect your resolve. I'm pleased you're choosing to live and face the consequences, instead of taking the Craven's way out.
Let them lock me up. It is for the best. This is my path. If I die in a cell, so be it.
Well, whatever you seek for yourself, I hope you find it. I truly do. We all deserve to be the architects of our own lives. I believe that so fiercely that I started a war to remake the world under that ideal.
You did so much for me. I'm sorry it came to this.
Don't apologize. If anything, I'm grateful. Thank you, Emil. I mean, Yuritsa. Ah, so I won't get scolded for saying the wrong name? That's a step forward. Whatever you and I expect from tomorrow, we have to keep fighting for it. Are you with me?
I am.
All right. That one was fairly regular, kind of expected, but still nice. All right, there's all of Yuritsa. So back up, Edelgard and Monica A. Oh boy.
You must be exhausted, Your Majesty. I was beginning to believe that council would never end. Should I make tea?
Thank you, Monica. Why don't you join me?
Oh, I would love to.
I can hardly remember the last time I saw you rest. You need to stop overworking yourself. We can't afford for you to get sick.
Her Majesty has invited me to tea, and she's worried about my health? Oh, this is the greatest day of my humble life.
Come now, I've always cared for your well-being, and it's not as if we never have tea together.
Oh, I'm aware. This is the 208th time you've worried about me, and our 113th time sharing tea.
Jesus.
I've been keeping a record on paper, and in my head.
Uh-huh.
Now I'm even more concerned.
Aw, thanks.
I suppose it just shows how hard you work for me. I hope you feel I do enough in return. If there is anything you need, don't hesitate to ask.
Truly? You'd really listen to my request? Your Majesty is actually willing to make Monica von Ox's impossible wish come true?
Well, let's keep the wishes within the realm of the plausible, if you please.
All right. In that case, may I... Oh, this is so disrespectful. May I hold you in my embrace? Just for a minute?
I don't see why not.
What kindness. I promise to be even more loyal to you from now on, Your Majesty.
As if such a thing were possible. You've given me more loyalty than I could ever rightfully expect.
This reminds me, when I was in high school, I had a quote-unquote boys' night out. We went to a Hooters, of course, but we were high schoolers, so like retrospect, kind of weird. One of my friends decided to tip our waitress $20 and then asked for a hug. It was weird. He got the hug. But that's the immediate thought. She asked for a hug. That's what came to mind. So you're welcome for sharing, I guess. But oh, the awkwardness.
Oh, that reminds me. There is something I've been meaning to tell you. It seems as if you have been upset with yourself because you were planning to leave me for dead. But I just want you to know that had such events come to pass, I still would have died happy. I would have been at peace because I helped you achieve your vision. Well, I should go see to that tea.
She really is something else. I knew she was strong, yet she always finds new ways to surprise me. Thank you, Monica.
All right, let's jump over to Monica. Monica Dorothea, Monica Hubert, and then Monica is complete. I mean, we're not done with her. It's just halfway with Monica supports. She is, I kind of related it to Faye, but without the bullshit of Faye. She's creepy, but means well. And like, it's, what she's doing isn't particularly right, but there's no harmfulness to it. And Edelgard doesn't seem, at least, to be completely off-put by it. So it's not like it's completely against her wishes and she's doing it anyway. But God, she certainly is a character. But all right, Monica and Dorothea A.
Dorothea, are you all right? I heard you were injured in our latest battle.
But I will say, if Monica was a man, I think this support, I think a lot of people would have problems with this support. I mean, I from the little bit I hear, I think people still do. Like, don't get me wrong. But I definitely think there's a little leniency there in the fact that they made the obsessive stalkery simp character a woman there. But like I said, the innocence and the harmlessness and the, I guess, apathy from Edelgard makes it not as horrible as it otherwise could be, you know? Edelgard just goes along with it, knows she means well, is fine with her around, so that makes it better. Not 100% okay, but better.
I'm fine. I can't say the same for my clothes, but at least my body will heal up quickly.
Oh, what a relief. It would be terrible if you were wounded, but even a single scar marring your perfect skin would be a tragedy.
No need to make such a fuss over it. I have plenty of scars already, Moni.
I'm aware, but a large one would present a different type of problem altogether.
Wait, how do you know that I have scars?
Wait.
Actually, no,
wait a minute.
I'd rather not find out.
Yeah, I was gonna say, wait a minute.
By the way, Dorothea, there's something I was hoping to ask you.
Maybe she's obsessive about every little bit of everything. Maybe not just Edelgard based on that.
I heard you were hurt because you hesitated to
Just
kill an
mostly
opponent
Edelgard.
and left yourself open to an attack. Is that true?
It is. My enemy was a young child, and she was all skin and bones. I thought perhaps she was an orphan, and pity stayed my hand.
So it is true.
I'm sorry. I suppose my failure to act must have been something of a burden on everyone else.
I don't consider you a burden. But still, why do you keep fighting if you have such a kind heart? How can you even stand it? Don't you want to run away? Don't you want to leave the army and return to your opera company?
Oh, of course. The little voice inside my head is always telling me to pack up and go. But I have too much self-respect to do that. Or perhaps I'm simply too tied to my position. If I hadn't been given the opportunity to become a songstress, if I'd remained an orphan, I might well be in the same position as the child I face today. I might have been pressed into battle without being taught how to fight properly. I doubt I would have lasted long out on the battlefield. And when I think about that, I can't run away. I can't be the only one to flee to safety when everyone else is in danger.
I had no idea.
Plus, Adie matters a lot to me. I want to stay by her side and support her. You know all about what that's like, right? Even though you have the option of working in the capital, you've chosen to stay here and fight.
Well, you have me there. No matter what hardships might come, I can't imagine ever abandoning her.
That makes two of us.
Dorothea? My apologies. There's something I need to confess. I went to Her Majesty and asked her to reassign you to the rear guard. But after speaking to you, I now realize that was a great mistake. Even if it's difficult, and even if you get hurt, you still have a desire and a right to be on the front with Lady Edelgard.
You don't have to apologize, Moni. I understand. So, let's keep giving everything we've got to this fight.
Yes! With the two of us at her side, Her Majesty will be flanked by beautiful flowers. Wait, Her Majesty is also a beautiful flower, so,
Upon the stage of battle we shall bloom, an army of countless flowers bursting into full glory.
Okay. That's cute at the end there. All right. Can we jump? I see Dorothea done. All right. So let's go back to the top here. Hubert's and Petra A.
Surrender now, and I will spare your life.
You're all alone, fancy boy. What you gonna do?
Oh, you are positively brutal.
She seemed to be reaching for a weapon. It is better to have safety than sorrow. Also, she would not have told you any information of usefulness. You have knowledge of this.
As she is now nothing more than a corpse, I cannot be certain of anything.
Damn.
However, I must admit she appeared to be going for her blade.
There is no need for thanks. I have awareness that you could have been dealing with that assassin yourself.
Perhaps. Still, I must say I have never hidden atop a tree just in case I needed to put an arrow into someone's back. I must try it sometime. I imagine such tactics are part and parcel for a woman of Brigid, though I am a touch surprised a queen would resort to them.
Why does it give you surprise? It is the tactic of most cleverness. You can attack with safety and with clear shots at the enemy's vitals. Or are you thinking that a queen should not be like her people?
Oh no, not in the slightest. In fact, I can think of no wiser strategy than for a queen to position herself somewhere safe. Fódlan's history is littered with foolish rulers who have gleefully ridden off to their own deaths, all in the name of the ludicrous, contemptible concept they call chivalry.
Chivalry? Ah, yes, that is the code for the knights. There are no knights of Brigid. We have agreement that they are without sense. But in Fódlan, I have been reading many books about chivalry. It is a code without point, yet it is followed by many. I do not have understanding of the reasoning.
Well, knightly deeds make for good tales, and tales have a way of stretching very easily. Over time, it is likely that people let go of the fact while happily embracing the fiction. Perhaps Fódlan once enjoyed an era of peace just long enough for that fantasy to take root.
Interesting. It is peace we are wishing for, but also peace that is making us weak. I am not wanting my land of home to be weak, but I am wanting it to have peace. The meaning of this is that chivalry may be coming to Brigid one day.
Despite my grumbling, it is not a system completely without use. For example, it serves well enough for keeping otherwise unruly warriors under control. Still, one advantage cannot make up for a host of failings. At the end of the day, it is a poor belief system at best.
I will be keeping your words in my mind as I attempt to create an era of peace.
Yes, begone with the tired old ways and usher in a new age for all. That is what we are fighting for.
Okay. Fair enough. We've got Lynn and Caspar. Only one conversation in this game.
Linhardt, come on, this is no time to be snoozing.
Really, Caspar? It's not even midday yet.
We're well into midday, Linhardt.
Yes, but the warm rays of the sun and gentle cooling breeze have utterly enraptured me. So on that note, it's back to sleep.
I'm gonna rip that blanket right off you. Now get up, because I found something amazing!
How many times in my life have I heard that from you, only to find the truth considerably less engaging?
Okay, first of all, not true. And second of all, this is way more amazing than all those other times.
I wonder. But very well. Astound me.
Look! Someone took down that gigantic bear!
I'd rather not look, thank you. I have little interest in witnessing blood and gore so early in the day.
Oh, but it's already been cleaned and everything.
Which means some open wounds will still be present. Plus whatever blood was slopped about in the process.
Fine, then don't look at that part. Just look at that terrifying face. I'd give anything to take out a monster like this.
Then you should form a hunting party, set up traps, and proceed with your life's work.
No, I don't want to hunt it. I want to take it down. Bare-handed bear handling, you know?
I understand your fixation, but in all of Fódlan...
Only my father could pull it off. Is that what you're gonna say? Hey, I'm not gonna be content being in his shadow forever.
Rousing words. Yet I seem to remember Count Burgleys was still in the academy when he brought down a bear and emerged unscathed. You're already older than he was then.
Don't care, it's not too late. I'm gonna beat a bear, then I'm gonna get armor made that's just like my old man's.
You said the same when we were young, then decided to drag me along for the ride. You took me through hill and dale in search of one, which made an absolute mess of my clothes and hair. And I had to treat your wounds every time you hurt yourself. Though I did become quite adept at healing magic as a result.
So, win-win, right? Plus, you helped me, which I very much appreciate.
I suppose we'll call it a good thing and leave it at that. But perhaps a moratorium should be declared on such behavior for the time being? Yes, I think that would be best.
Sorry, what now?
Our focus should be on our enemies, not a bear. For this reason, I think it's best for you to put your dream on hold until the war is over. When peace reigns anew and we live in a world far better suited for free napping, I hope you can see your dream realized.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
Oh, and when that day does come, I will be happy to accompany you again. But for now, let's just focus on what is in front of us.
Put the bear brawl on hold. Got it. And hey, once I survive this war and get stronger, that bear will be a pushover.
That's not... Actually, yes. I suppose the possibility of that isn't zero. Let's survive this
So
war
you're
so
saying
all of our
there's a
wildest
chance.
bear dreams can come true one day.
Okay. That was a fun little conversation. Oh wait, what else? Linhardt and... Oh, Constance.
Ah, Constance. I have something I'd like to ask you.
I can't imagine how a dullard like
Oh, God.
myself would be anything but a bother to one such as you. However, I'm happy to answer anything you need.
Ah, perfect timing, Constance. I'd like to conduct a little experiment regarding the crest of Noah.
If my useless body can somehow help, it is yours.
Linhardt von Hevreen, where are you?
Something wrong, Constance? You seem quite upset.
For crying out loud, there you are. I demand to know why you are always coming to my other side and engaging in all manner of questions and experiments. My secrets are being revealed one after another.
Well, naturally, I prefer to deal with someone who's forthcoming with her answers.
I am always forthcoming.
Actually, I'm finding you a bit troublesome.
Troublesome? What about me is troublesome? Explain yourself at once, you feckless cat of a man.
Damn, okay.
It's, well, you know.
No, I don't know. I'm answering whatever questions you throw at me, and that is the kind of mealy-mouthed, perfunctory response you deem fit to toss in my direction?
I suppose that's a fair point. But do you really want me to dig into detail on the bothersome parts of your personality?
Well, when you put it that way, it does sound like a discussion that would make me wroth.
Which is why I think the world is better off with my mealy-mouthed response, as you so aptly put it.
In that case, I shall let sleeping hounds lie.
Good. And with that, farewell.
Hold, cretin! My agreeing to drop that particular matter does not also apply to your digging about in my personal affairs via my other mood. We must discuss terms of exchange.
Terms of exchange?
Is it not obvious? My other side is cooperating with your research, so you shall cooperate with mine. There's always demand for new magical experimentation subjects, after all.
And what sort of magic do you mean exactly?
Magic that makes one's eyes emit a dazzling golden light.
Oh!
For the briefest of moments, I thought this might actually be interesting. Yes, well, all this talking has exhausted me, so perhaps we can take the matter up at a later date?
Oh, I don't mind. But make sure you talk to me as I am now. Understand?
Yeah, he won't. He definitely won't. Let's see. Okay, there's a light at the end of the tunnel. It's thinned down to, I think, just 2 more. Constance and Happy, and then I guess Lawrence and Lysithea. Let's see, Constance and Happy A, their only conversation.
Coco, I'm not gonna make it.
Happy? What in the world do you mean? You look rather unsteady all of a sudden.
I'm so sleepy. Why not just end my suffering now?
Can you not pull yourself together? You were the one who volunteered for guard duty in the first place.
I know, but whenever it's just the 2 of us like this, it reminds me of how things used to be. And then I get all nostalgic and sleepy. Usually I'd be in bed right now, you know?
Well, I cannot deny feeling a little nostalgic myself.
I can't believe we're still together after everything that's happened. First we had to help the Knights, then we wound up in the Imperial Army. Wild, right? I don't know how to describe it. It's almost like we're best friends or something.
Have you already forgotten what you once told me? You said that you would be so utterly lonesome without me to keep you company, that it would only be a matter of time before you began to sigh. It was necessary that I stay with you in order to avert certain disaster. I had no choice in the matter, you see?
Did I really say all that?
You did indeed. It was the very day we left Abyss, if memory serves.
All right then, fine by me. I wonder what everyone else from Abyss is up to now.
I am certain everyone is alive and well, just like we are right now.
Yeah, I think you're probably right.
Do you ever wish you could return to those days, back in Abyss?
Me? Nah, not really. Most of the people here don't know about my power. They actually treat me like a normal person.
Indeed.
Plus, you're here. It's like you said, I'd get lonely without my Coco. What about you? Would you be lonely without me?
Well, lonely is not necessarily the word I'd use.
So it's just me then, huh?
Okay, fine. I would be positively despondent without you here.
There you go. That wasn't so hard, was it? I'm glad you finally admitted it.
You knew? Why must you always tease me so?
Come on, you were pretty happy when I volunteered for guard duty, weren't you?
Yes, well, you see, that was because it had already been assigned to me. I merely thought it would be easier to have a partner with whom I was already familiar.
Same here. That's why I volunteered. I knew you'd be my partner, Coco.
I simply cannot win with you.
That was really cute. Only one conversation, but it was a pretty cute one. All right. And then finally, Lawrence and Lysithea, their only conversation.
Well, if it isn't the Honorable Count Gloucester, you're looking quite busy today.
Ah, Lysithea. Indeed I am. As Count, I now bear the great burden of ensuring those who live within my territory are safe and prosperous. Such a vital matter requires my leadership in diplomacy, military efforts, and economic measures. Yet I will gladly handle them all to protect my people.
Your burden as a count, huh?
Precisely. Hilda's older brother, the venerable Lord Holst, is also making great strides as the new head of House Goneril. Yet, now that I think about it, I've heard not a word regarding the future of House Ordelia. When will you be inheriting your rightful title, Lysithea?
I have no intention of doing so. House Ordelia will end with my father.
I see. May I ask your reasoning?
My parents have been subject to one horrible experience after another for decades now, precisely because they are nobility. So I want them to be able to live out their golden years at least, in a little bit of peace, without the responsibilities of the house tying them down. Yet, they would lose everything were the territory to fall into chaos after they vacated the leadership. I'm doing everything I can at present to make sure our people continue to be safe and fulfilled, even once my parents are gone.
You needn't keep all your worries to yourself, Lysithea. I am always here to extend my aid. Please, come to me if you ever need anything at all. You must not be afraid to rely on others, you know. There is no shame in asking for help, especially when it comes to such important matters as one's family.
It's not like I'm ashamed or anything.
Lysithea, if you ask me, I believe you should take the title of Count Ordelia for yourself. You act now for the well-being of your parents, yet you do not let that cloud your concern for the common folk of your territory. Is there anyone better suited for the role than you? In my eyes, no. Something tells me there is another reason, your parents aside, that you refuse to inherit the title. Which is exactly why you must turn to your companions for advice. We are deserving of that much trust, at least, yes? After all, we are all working together to unite Fódlan under one flag. Relying on us is the first step to solving your problems. More than anything, I, Lawrence Hellman Gloucester, will do everything in my power to assist you.
Fine, fine. But can we leave this discussion until after the war? In the meantime, I'll just have to keep an eye on you to see if you're really as dependable as you say.
Very well. You may witness my dependable nature to your heart's content.
I hope I have the time to.
Oh, okay, that's what she was getting at. Yeah, because the lifespan thing. But wasn't that also? Well, I guess. I mean, this is a different timeline, but if I remember correctly, didn't the lifespan shortening outcome from 3 houses, like, wasn't there a conversation where it turned out it was not entirely true? And she does actually, or it has a much better chance than she thinks at having a long, fulfilling lifespan. But interesting, it very much reminds me of the Lysithea Ferdinand support, which I think has one more part to it, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. So we'll see what kind of similarities are there, but pretty solid little conversation. And there is our big old block of supports complete. Whew. So, out to the map for today. The Menace territory, subjugation of the Western Kingdom. On the march once more, the Imperial Army advances to bring the Western Kingdom to heel, but an old adversary bars your way. I did search up in between. This is the Byleth recruitment chapter for this route, which I think is the earliest so far. But so we'll be doing it twice. I think we'll recruit first because it requires this actually. If you don't even use this strategy, you can't recruit them whatsoever. So I'm going to try to do that first. Hopefully I don't fail. I think every time I've always failed the first time and end up getting the bad ending regardless. But we're doing both endings for the video, whichever way. But let's get it.
We'll soon arrive at Baron Mateus's lands. Once we claim them, all of Western Fargus, roughly 1/3 of the kingdom's territory, will be under the rule of the Empire.
House Mateus was demoted from a viscountcy to a baronage for their part in some sort of revolt. The current Baron Mateus, whose father was the previous lord, is hardly the most loyal subject of the crown. Removing him from the picture should be a simple matter.
However, the kingdom has sent the Baron help in the form of the former Duke Fraldarius, who they call the Shield of Fargus. So long as he holds authority here, we won't be able to break their soldier solidarity.
Rodrigue is Felix's father, right? That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, I'll fight whoever I need to. It just feels like we're pitted against familiar faces every time we turn around.
And that isn't all. Our reports indicate the enemy has hired Gerald's mercenaries. We know from personal experience how formidable those foes can be.
The Ashen Demon again.
Say, that reminds me. What are you planning to do about that exactly?
We'll stop them.
We can't keep letting one mercenary mess with our whole army. So just watch. I'm gonna take that monster out once and for all. Or at least slow them down. if nothing else.
That hesitance doesn't suit you. Not anymore. You're far stronger than the last time your paths crossed. Just say the words and I'll give you all the power I can muster. We will prevail.
If we are all working together, we will reach our goal with much ease.
I hope you plan to leave some of the enemy for me. You are all so skilled. I often feel like the fifth wheel on a well-crafted carriage.
Don't downplay your talents, Ferdinand. You give us courage every time we step on the field.
I'm lucky to be surrounded by so many gifted leaders. With all of you at my side, there is no limit to what the Empire might achieve in the years to come.
Victory to the Empire! Yay!
Are we gonna see the other side, or are we jumping right to it?
Come on, Arval.
Oh.
Seriously?
We're going into the space gremlin dimension.
You can't drag me off to sleep like this when the battle's about to start.
Sorry, but we need to talk. Do you remember the warning I once gave you? Well, I've been struck by a similar premonition now. Something feels wrong. Very wrong.
Last time this happened, the Ashen Demon showed up and nearly sent me to an early grave. You think the same thing's gonna happen today?
Hard to say for sure, but the feeling's worse this time around. Stronger. So if I had to guess, I'd say they're on the cusp of something terrible. An act far more dangerous than we previously imagined.
Well, whatever's happening, I'm just gonna have to stop it.
So long as you don't put yourself in any unnecessary danger, yes. Remember, your death would cut both of our destinies far too short.
Okay. But yeah, it mentions requires the Resonant Lightning strategy. Our main mission is to defeat Rodrigue. Okay. Your actions in this battle will greatly impact the outcome of the story. Yuri is also here, so we're gonna take that. Oh. Wow, you're actually only able to choose one? I'm very surprised by that. Wow. Okay. Well. Huh. I plan to recruit these in every path. So I'm not 100% with this. This path, more than any of the others, seems like it would... Recruiting Byleth seems... organic. It feels like it flows better than the other two paths. Just how they've talked about Arval and those who live in the dark and all that. I still don't know that I want to, because it still forces extra chapters on me that I don't want to replay, because it'll be the same exact chapter. I'll tell you that much. It'll literally be the same chapter. We'll get both outcomes, but I find it very strange that I actually have to choose one or the other. But we will start trying anyway for the Byleth recruit on the first one. Then what else is here? False rumors slightly weaken the enemy for a period of time. Built up, begin the battle with additional allied strongholds secure. Okay. Anti-sword training, grant the swordbreaker ability to stronghold captains and allied strongholds. Okay, and the one thing I didn't bother to go get. I guess built up sounds good to me. Is there anything else I need to make sure? They all kind of involve Aloise. So Resonant Lightning strategy. Baron Mateus needs to stay alive, which I feel like that's a given just for the map. Choosing not to defeat Byleth in the side mission that pops up on every single time we do this. And defeating Aloise as quickly as possible. Now, anytime I've done this, I feel like I've gotten wrong information, and then I have to go further in and see what I actually have to do, like what went wrong, but we'll see. We shall see. 18 minutes, 1,800 enemies, 50% damage taken, of course. I definitely want to use Edelgard with her new class.
Another step toward victory.
We'll do Petra and I think Yaritza are some of our best units. We'll also put
We have a duty
Ferdinand,
to fulfill. Kneel
Hubert.
before Her Majesty.
Let's place
Put me
Caspar
in
and
there
Gatekeeper.
watch our enemies fly.
Seems good to me. All right, let's go.
Our enemy has placed Baron Mateus front and center, while Gerald's mercenaries are over with the main position.
We have no option but to defeat the enemy commander, Rodrigue. Anything beyond that, however, requires careful consideration.
It will take time to ready a path to the shore. Until then, let us begin by attacking the plain to the west.
Yep. Okay, so Yuritsa, go all the way up here.
Is that an
Take Ferdinand with you.
Leave this to me.
Leave it to me.
Gatekeeper. Oh, Baron Mateus. Oh, keeping Baron Mateus alive. Oh, he's not a green. Well, oh yeah, I guess he wouldn't be a green. Okay, I said that sounds like a given. I was immediately thinking he was a green. No, we can't kill him. Okay.
Here goes nothing.
Right.
Sure.
Let us go to work.
Hubert.
I will see my duty done.
Begin.
Petra.
The Sky Spirit watches
Let's
over me.
see. Ferdinand. Oh, Caspar.
So, what should I be doing again?
We'll have Caspar. You know what? Caspar fight here.
Let's try it.
Here I
with
go.
Edelgard.
No mistakes. They must learn who they're up against.
And I think that's everyone except Shez. I'm gonna tell Shez actually to fight this guy, but I'm going to take out this armor knight
The Empire's here. No,
on the way.
I'm too young to die.
Now there's a pitiful man. You're the lord of these lands. Show some pride.
Shore up your defenses. Do not permit the enemy to break through.
Seize the strongholds around Baron Mateus.
If we take down the strongholds surrounding the Baron, we might convince him to lay down his arms.
Okay.
Loose your arrows. Kill anyone who dares approach me.
Oh. Started firing the ballista. Okay, we're gonna have to deal with that, huh?
Desperate. Though those projectiles will admittedly slow us down.
Okay. Edelgard's new class. Let's see. Emperor, an axe-wielding class exclusive to Edelgard. Strong against lances, vulnerable to the ability effective versus armored units. Class action, press X to deplete the class gauge and release shockwaves. Whoa, okay. Can be chained. The class gauge will fill over time.
I will capture this stronghold.
Okay.
We'll have
Interesting.
in short order.
The enemy stronghold will be ours.
Let's see here.
No, not yet.
Oh my god, we threw... Do you see the shield go into the sky? That was pretty cool. Threw the shield so we could devote everything to just fire slashes. Okay. I do like that. I need to get her a better weapon. I didn't want to upgrade the Freikugel because I keep waiting on her main axe. But we still don't have it. We've got to get it soon though, right? Oh, come on. Who's here? Oh, hi. War Strike. Which I did have. I think I mentioned I've been wanting to get her better axe combat arts. Does she have a different,
I will end you.
Yeah. It's like, does she have a different thing here? Where is Caspar, by the way?
So...
Come here. You have the... Ow. The, like, armor-slaying axe. Help.
Our swift strikes will be shaking the enemy's spirit. Stand aside.
War Strike. I was like, no, did he really dodge? Okay. There we go. Let's go to Yuritsa. So they took down both of them.
So,
Go here.
Here I go. They
Oh,
must
these two
learn
took
who
that.
they're
Okay.
up against.
Right then.
Sick.
You appear to need assistance. Right then.
Begin. The Sky Spirit
Go
watches over
there.
me.
All right. Oh, in Yuritsa and Ferdinand, they just took this. Okay. So I don't even really...
There's
I
not
don't
a
need to
question
do
of
that.
can. Leave this to me.
Yeah, I'm still gonna run on through here. Do a Dark Lance.
Face me.
Base Captain, hit him with a Glowing Ember. Pop him real good. This Sword Master, Dark Lance.
I shall never back down.
Hubert, god damn it, Hubert. You and your lack of HP.
Your life is full.
It's really the only stat that ends up mattering in this game. And Hubert does not have it. Okay, he healed. It was a bow. Always the damn bows. I don't know what's so problematic about them.
There's not a question of can.
It's always
Leave
them.
this to me.
Leave it to me.
Okay, you two go after them. We're gonna take Yuritsa down to this sniper. Glowing Ember. And then back. I was like, speaking of sniper, let's not fall prey to another one. Glowing Ember. He backstepped out of it. That's upsetting. Okay, there we go. Glowing Ember. What? Shez! Why did you do that? That was Shez that knocked him out of the final hit that would have killed him. All right, whatever. We have all the bases surrounding. Let's go to Petra.
I'm swapping in. You are right.
Good. We've decimated the enemy's forward position.
Surrounded. I beg you, stay your hand. I happily surrender.
Okay, he surrendered.
I trust the man roughly as far as I can hurl him. We may find a use for him later.
And then the ballista stopped.
I must find a way to distinguish myself.
Continue to the northwest and finish that path to the shoulder.
I was like, stop. Okay. Seize the northwestern strongholds. All right. They're dealing with that. Let's see. Let's have Edelgard.
No mistakes.
I guess fight this
They must
guy.
learn who they're up against.
Caspar.
What should I be doing again?
Here.
Sure, let's try it.
Begin.
Petra and Hubert.
The Sky Spirit
Wherever
watches
Hubert
over
is.
me.
Oh, there he is.
Right then, let us go to work.
Double into this guy.
I will see my duty done.
Yuritsa here with. Oh, I guess, yeah. Just go there. And I'll tell Shez to go that way. Who am I controlling right now? I actually don't remember. Oh, Petra. Okay, let's control.
We'll have to forestall the enemy ourselves. Move out and attack.
Okay. Oh, we're at 3%. All right. I was like, that damn, just random dude smacking me on my way through.
We're preparing a fearsome magic that will lay waste to our foes.
Sorcery engineers.
The enemy to spot our engineers. We should stage a rescue if we can.
Okay, aid all the sorcery engineers.
We intend to use their talents to ravage the battlefield with devastating magic.
Their absence will completely alter the tide of battle. Rescuing them should be our top priority.
Okay.
I'll take this place down before you have time to strap your armor on.
Come here, sniper.
The enemy stronghold will be ours.
And there. I wanted him to join the sword master over here.
Your
scoop them up.
We'll have these defenses crippled in short order.
Slap them down. There's one save. All right, let's see. These two are. Oh, they're fighting. You know what?
Leave this to me. Leave it to me.
That
There's
is
not a question of can.
not your forte.
Only a matter of
Let's
will. Leave it to me.
have them go here.
Here goes nothing.
Thanks for the rescue.
There's another sniper down here. Go ahead and try to take you out.
Bringing it down.
Huberts! Why? Okay. By the time the game warns you, they've already used their healing. Okay, they did take that.
Begin.
So both of you fight that guy. Okay, let's go to Yuritsa. Ah, oh, he didn't. That didn't do it. All right. Okay, we have that.
So far, so good. Though I'm prepared for something to go horrifically wrong any minute now.
Absolutely, Leonard. Absolutely.
I'm all for
Glowing
exercising
embers.
caution, Lynn, but could you not be such a wet blanket?
Just being real. Okay, heal. Let's see. So that saves. So there's one more up there, huh?
Starting the mission.
Okay, Yuritsa, go that way.
Leave it to me. Here goes. There's not a question. Leave
You
this
two
to
fight
me.
that. Kaspar's almost got that under control.
Not a
Shez,
problem.
why did Shez? Okay, maybe I just
got
had them
this.
controlled for too long. That's fine. All right, let's swap to Edelgard. War strike. Hit him with a shredder. That definitely. Gate. What is happening to you guys? It's the AI. Literally anything could be happening to them. Realistically.
Detachment from the rear.
Okay, let's do one of these. I know we're fighting a sword master.
I will end you.
Oh, okay. You know what? We didn't get a good angle at that earlier.
For the risk.
Okay, they're all paladins. Oh, Fleisch is over here too. Well.
Well, couldn't hurt.
Might as
Not a
well.
problem. I've got this.
And let's see.
Bear
Swap to
witness.
Yuritsa, hit him with a Dark Lance. Aided all the sorcery engineers.
Here's all the engineers. Now we can truly make the battlefield.
You're weak.
Resonant Lightning.
Tedious.
Now, send your lightning crashing across the battlefield.
So if you don't even have this, oh, you cannot even recruit Byleth for some reason.
This sounds like a job for Alois.
Oh, maybe Alois doesn't join. Okay. Now this says, so keeping Baron Matthias alive, did that. Choosing not to defeat Byleth in a side mission, that's not popped up. And defeating Alois and Roderick as quickly as possible. I don't know if I should wait just a bit. I actually don't know where Alois is yet. But it's, oh, he's right here. Oh, and so is Baguette. Okay. So I guess it's about to happen.
Alois's reinforcements have arrived. Might you go help our soldiers in the northwest, young mercenary?
Consider it done.
Watch this.
My turn.
Okay. Let's try to... Hey, Yuri.
I said I'd hand them a victory, and I'm not going to back down now.
Okay, Shadow Blade.
Oh, look, a newcomer. See that he is
Okay, we got 3 of them at the very least scooped up here. Let's see, Yuri. Is this? No. All right.
Here I go. No
Edelgard.
mistakes.
I don't know that I want you to deal with anything over there,
it to me.
actually, considering they're
Here goes
all
nothing.
swords.
Starting the mission. Is that an order?
So do that. There's, I would imagine there's probably like a conversation
Begin.
to be had here.
The sky
If I
spirit watches
fielded
over
any of
me.
the
So,
Ashen Wolves.
what should I be doing again?
I guess like fight this guy.
Sure, let's try it.
Here I go.
With
no mistakes. They
Edelgard.
must-
We'll see. Okay, so that's. I think just this one is left. Can we check the map? Yeah.
Out of the way! Please tell me you're not pointing that thing at my beautiful face.
Yeah. Sorry, Yuri. We'll recruit you in the other side when we do
Thank you. I wish I had your
the
strength.
other outcome.
Is it my turn?
Okay. So we'll have Shez help wipe that guy out. Dark Lance. Do a glowing ember. Hey, where's Yuri going? Hey. Get back here. Where's the other? Okay, the other sword masters push further south. Glowing ember.
I'm tougher than I look.
You're weak.
I'm tougher than I look. You're weak. All right.
I really blew it this time. Sorry, guys. Sorry, Mom.
Damn. I'm still shocked that
the enemy here.
they actually don't let you in this one. It's one or the other, Yuri or Byleth and Gerald.
Finally, form a pincer and bear down on Rodrigue's position from both sides.
Okay.
I won't last long trying to hold them off from 2 directions.
Rodrigue is in danger. I'd better go back.
I have to convince the Empire I'm worth keeping around. Destroy the bridge and cut the mercenaries off from the main force.
He did that.
The
Well,
bridge. I can't get back to Rodrigue.
Rodrigue has been cut off. Move in and strike before the mercenaries can rejoin him.
No! This is our chance to kill the Ashen Demon. There's no one to interfere.
okay. Choosing not to defeat Byleth in the side mission. This is... What do you mean by choosing? Ah. There is another path. Okay. Let's see.
Here I
So
go.
Edelgard.
No mistakes.
Go
They
there.
must learn who they're.
Not a problem.
Shez runs straight for Aloise.
Right then. Let us go to work.
Hubert and Petra
Begin.
fight this armor
The
guy.
sky spirit
Hubert
watches over me.
heal again.
So,
Let's see,
what should I be
Caspar.
doing again? Sure,
There.
There's not a question.
Ferdinand
Leave
there
this to me.
with
Leave it to me.
Gatekeeper.
Here goes nothing.
And that's Everyone except for Yuritsa accounted for. Okay. Yuritsa, fight that guy, I guess. We'll head that way with him anyway.
I have to reach the commander as soon as possible.
Baguette is advancing on Rodrigue. Defeat Rodrigue before Baguette arrives.
We've come to help, Lord Rodrigue.
Baldaria soldiers. Okay, you know what? We're gonna do that. We're gonna swap to Edelgard.
Let's show them the steel Fargus is made of.
Okay, so we are racing Baguette, huh?
I'm taking as many of you down as I can.
I think that was because that dialogue was because Yuritsa just passed Baguette. War Strike, hello.
None of you knaves shall pass.
Okay, Shez is there.
I bear you no ill will, but it was your choice to come within striking distance.
Baguette seized. Oh.
I come bearing reinforcements. Now go and help your comrades.
Okay, I want to clear this guy out. Enemy reinforcements appeared. Oh man. Oh man, oh man, oh man. Okay, things are popping off. Petra, open that chest.
Breather.
Let's go, Shez, Aloise.
We have nothing to fear from that rabble.
Oh.
Remain calm and take the stronghold.
Jesus, buddy.
Here I go. No, but they must learn who they're up against.
That's one beating too many. I leave the rest to you.
Okay, he is a spear user. So we're not gonna have the super
Here for me? You must be eager to die.
increase. Okay, Shadow Blade, throw him on the ground. Baguette sees the island battlefield.
We are not having enough time.
Swift Slice. Okay, I would like... where is Edelgard dealing with that? You know what? You have a Flying Slayer. I am going to
No mistake. They must learn
run Edelgard.
No mistake.
Where do I want to run people?
Who they're up against.
Hubert.
Right then.
I don't
Let
like
us
where
go
you
to
are
work.
right now. Run anywhere, really.
I will see my duty done.
Okay. I think I should be fine. We have 3 meters.
You're done!
Oh, what about Yuritsa? How's Yuritsa doing? Okay. Shadow Blade.
The enemy stronghold will be ours.
Here it comes.
I thought I missed. I was like, no.
You're done!
So Slice. Okay. God, he's already
Forgive
dead.
me, Felix.
Just
Protect
kept
His
going.
Majesty. And Fargus.
Yeah, we do kill Rodrigue. Damn. Oh, and that ends. So I don't know if that ended with an S, but that ends the map. Okay.
I leave to take care of one backup squad and come back to this? What a mess.
Rodrigue
Right?
is slain and the kingdom put to rout. Will you and your mercenaries yield?
I see no other choice.
Victory is ours. Friends and loyal soldiers, raise your voices loud.
That gets hectic at the end with all the pop-ups, and then you got to race Byleth. Man.
What can I say? You got us. You rolled right over us and took out our employer. I know when it's time to raise the white flag.
Wait, that's it? You're giving up?
We've faced you in battle many times, only to be bested at every turn.
Yeah, you've pretty much run us out of business by now. It's not easy finding new clients in the best of times. And no matter how good our reputation is, none of it matters if we can't actually win. At this rate, I'll have to stop calling myself the Blade Breaker.
In that case, do you have any interest in working for us?
The Empire?
It's true that your fighters and mine have waged many a bloody battle. But did you oppose us out of principle, or was it merely a business decision? Assuming you have no deep-seated animosity for Adrestia, I would welcome you with open arms. In the Empire, those with talent are given an outlet appropriate for their abilities.
Yeah, you should join us. I mean, by now we all know firsthand how strong you are. And sure, there might be some folks here and there who have reservations about you fighting on our side, but they'll definitely come around once they see how dependable you are.
What do you say? I doubt the kingdom will have any jobs for us after all of this. No better time for a fresh start.
I agree. What about you, Alois? It might be strange, working against your old knight friends.
I've already made my decision. I have sworn to follow this fine captain wherever he goes. If my old allies want to come grill me over a fire, I'll just have to make myself more obscure.
That's a good one.
If I don't slay my foes by the sword, I will do so by the joke.
Well, I guess that's that. Just tell us when we start. I'll go talk to the group and smooth things over. You two, stay here with the client.
Got it, thanks.
Understood, Captain.
Our troops will also want an explanation, so we'd better get to it.
Yeah, no, it's B on enemies defeated. Not even close. I think it was, what, 1800? It's whatever. All right, so this endings chapter wrap up.
So you're Gerald the Blade Breaker, huh? And I guess that makes you the Ashen Demon. You guys look tougher than a box of nails. No wonder we've had our hands full.
Please, make yourself at home. The Imperial Army is most delighted to welcome you into its embrace. My name is Ferdinand von Eyre. You might say I am something of a leader figure around here, as I essentially hold the entire army together.
Has anyone ever inspected you for crests before?
Sure, it was like,
Perhaps I
sure
might
you do,
borrow
Ferdinand.
you for a brief experiment.
Are you having interest in a sword fight? I am curious to see the stuff of which you are made.
Well, we sure got a lively crew here. Get in there, kid. Let him show you the ropes.
I suppose we didn't need to worry about bad blood.
If anything, it would seem Her Majesty's path to victory just grew even shorter. By the way, has anyone seen our mercenary friend?
Sorry about all this, Arval. I know you've only been giving me your powers because you want me to beat the Ashen Demon.
Don't worry about it. It's for the best, right? For all my doomsaying, everything seems to be right as rain. Recruiting Gerald's mercenaries and the Ashen Demon was the right choice.
I hope you're right.
What's wrong? Feeling lost now that you don't have an enemy to chase around the countryside?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, the only reason I wanted to get stronger was to surpass the demon.
There's no reason you can't surpass an ally. What better way to see who's stronger than to fight directly by their side?
Huh, that's a good point.
See, no one knows you better than me. If that's what you want, then I'll just have to help you achieve it. After all, I'm your partner in destiny. I'm here for you and you alone.
Okay, and that's the ending if you recruit Byleth. So let me go right on back and then not recruit Byleth, and I will pop in for all the changes and whatnot. Like, I'm gonna kill Matthias, not gonna have the lightning bolts. We'll see what happens.
Not yet! No! I refuse to perish on this wretched excuse for a battlefield!
Nah, you dying this time, bud. You can refuse all you want. Hit with a shredder, a critical rush. So let's see.
Why did this happen?
Fair Matthias has died.
Might have run surrender out of you. What? Oh.
Yeah, how well done is done. Correct.
he's at least semi-reasonable. If we can pin him down, I think he'll listen.
Yup, pin him down, that we will.
It is time.
So defeat and recruit Yuri.
Please tell me you're not pointing that thing at my beautiful face.
Ow.
I'm tougher than I look. Okay, that hurts.
Do one of those. I'm taking a lot more damage this time around. But, you know, I did it once. I'm not really worried about the outcome in terms of grade.
I've heard of you, Yuri.
Extra
Perhaps
reckless.
we can forge a new arrangement that benefits us both.
Well, when you put it that way, I guess I would prefer not to get butchered.
All right.
I must stop the enemy here.
Now, of course, with...
to the shoal. We can attack from the east now.
Okay, so they built that. With Matthias down, the engineers didn't pop
Form a
up.
pincer and bear down on Rodrigue's position from both sides.
Form pincer. Okay. Well, it might be between
I won't
Matthias
last long trying to hold them off from 2 directions.
and Rodrigue took rear to Titan defense. Okay. And not taking the resonant lightning, so the engineers didn't happen, and of course he won't blow up the bridge. But it looks like this is the way we're going regardless. He backed away, so there's no killing Rodrigue before by Baguette seemingly. Aloise never showed up because he was the one that responded to the lightning, so none of that's gonna happen. And I would assume everything's the same up until we actually beat up Baguette, but of course I will pop back in with and when that is all happening.
Alois has arrived. Better late than never.
All right, so now Alois arrives whenever I get close over here. This did open, it was just taking a second. Baguette's still here. Bunch of sword masters, but it's still kind of leading up to be the same situation.
I don't care who you are. You go no further.
All right, defeat Baguette blocking your way has popped
No
up.
avoiding a fight with the Ashen Demon now.
I'm here to end you for good.
Then do it, if you can.
Let's link up. We're the best. I'll follow your lead. I've got you now.
And that should be Baguette down with the help of Gatekeeper. Is the highest versus sword bonus I got right now.
No, not again. I have to get out of here.
Baguette left the battlefield, okay.
Happy to see the demon flee, but that erratic behavior concerns me.
Stronghold gates open. And then of course Rodrigue again. Okay, so Rodrigue is down, and I can still slash, so Gerald should pop up somewhere,
has been defeated. Grant
as he
no
usually
quarter
does.
to any soldiers who refuse to surrender.
Oh, way over there?
I leave to take care of one backup squad and come back to this? What a mess.
All right,
They must
all out offensive. I am on track for the S rank this side, just it's come down to time.
Time to send a few of you to the grave before Rodrigue gets lonely.
Well,
Damn.
now we know what happened to our reinforcements.
I don't remember agreeing to take the rear. I'll have to charge double for this.
All right. Stop that.
Have gotten away. You'll make a fine substitute.
Stronger folks
Okay,
than
goddamn.
you have tried and failed to claim the Blade Breaker's head.
Let's switch to here. Hit him with a glowing ember. A dark lance. One of those, and then double up with Ferdinand.
The hunt begins. Your life is forfeit.
Let's see how much damage. All right, hit him with another one.
We will show true strength.
He's tried to say something there, but also how we doing? Okay, so we got like 30 seconds.
Your life is forfeit.
Hit with another.
Fall in.
We will show true strength.
The three-peat.
The hunt begins.
Surely that does it, right?
Your life is forfeit.
Sir. There we go. With the scythe kill too. Love that. So this cutscene looks almost the same. I don't think the other ones were. I think they were very orange and not like.
Looks like you finally
rainy in this background.
About time my luck ran out. Guess I'm overdue. The rest is up to you, kid.
I defeated the Blade Breaker. I can't believe it.
Randolph!
Oh,
don't worry about me. Just
and
go.
they still
Hurry.
die.
I won't.
Man.
Please, Fleisch.
They were barely even involved.
How could you? You monster!
Hey!
Yo. And away they go.
Don't leave me. Please, Randolph. This can't be real.
So that's all of the
I'm so sorry.
non-recruiting Byleth cutscenes for each path. All of them are really good. Goddamn. I mean, the cutscenes in this game in general are
And it's all because of me. It's all my fault.
regardless of how I may feel about a lot of the rest of the game, but the cutscenes are incredible.
Enough. You know that's not true.
But he could have escaped. And instead he stayed behind to protect me. And that's why that thing.
In that case, the fault is mine. I had the Ashen Demon cornered and couldn't close the deal. And then Gerald gave me so much trouble that I wasn't able to reach you in time. I could have prevented all this if I'd just been a little quicker. A little better.
That's not true. You saved me.
That wasn't me. It was Randolph. He gave his life for yours.
No. No,
I know there's nothing I can say that's gonna help. So instead, I'll let my sword do the talking. When I cut the Ashen Demon down...
You're more than capable of it, too. You had that monster right in your grasp. I only wish my premonition hadn't come true.
Gerald's gone?
No. This is all my fault. I let them walk all over me. I left him unprotected. I'm sorry, Captain. I'm so sorry.
It is what it is. Mercenaries live short lives.
It did not have to be like this. Had you not scorned my strength, your father would yet live.
The Captain was a true Titan among men. I can't believe he's gone.
There is a way to solve this woe. Just grant to me your worldly flesh, and vengeance shall be yours. We must now send the whelp that killed your father to an early grave.
Do you mind taking command for a while, Alois? There's something I need to do.
Well, yes, of course, but surely I can aid you.
No, This task is mine alone.
Very well. But don't you dare get yourself killed.
And much like... Okay, I did do it in time. Much like the other paths, not recruiting Byleth has a far more interesting outcome. I did mention that, you know, recruiting Byleth, they seem like they really try to set up to be organic, but I also don't want to do the 2 extra chapters. And that was pretty cool. So, unless there's another reason that I'm not aware of, I guess I'll find out one way or another. I will probably take this save forward. But let's see if there's any other differences for ending the chapter this way. I'm sure there'll be one somewhere.
Former Duke Fraldarius has been defeated. Now Mateu's territory and all the western lands of Fargus will yield as one to the Empire. Still, this battle came at a far greater cost than we are used to paying.
Sadly, General Randolph is not the first important commander we have lost. However, we have never been forced to cope with so many dead and wounded. And yet, we might finally be rid of one of the greatest thorns in our collective side. Eliminating Captain Gerald was a masterstroke. If we are lucky, his band will fall apart without him.
Or it may throw them into a vengeful fury that makes them stronger and more united than ever.
You're not wrong.
That's going to be a problem, especially with the Ashen Demon still roaming the land unchecked.
An intriguing figure, that one. And a crest bearer for certain. We'd be smart to step lightly.
Guess that explains where all the awesome power is coming from.
But the Ashen Demon doesn't strike me as nobility, and only nobles have crests.
I'd posit the man standing next to you doesn't exactly exude nobility either.
The demon's hair exhibits new color. It is like something from one of Bridget's old stories.
Like the quick look to Caspar before you go over here.
One will be chosen by the spirits and granted their protection. And with that protection, great power.
Sadly, you can't take up arms and not expect reprisal. We have no control over whether they come for us or not. We can only control what we do next.
Come to think of it, has anyone seen our mercenary friend?
I know what I told Fleisch, but did I really do the right thing?
Of course. You did what no one else could. The Ashen Demon may have escaped, but you got rid of their captain. There's no question you've grown, and next time, the Ashen Demon will fall.
But so many people died, including Randolph.
A price must always be paid for victory. And besides, Randolph is just one man.
Yeah, you're right. And it's like we didn't know him. He kind of popped in. So I almost feel like Randolph had more impact dying in the other 2 routes than any involvement he had here. So
I'll admit, we weren't close, but a comrade in arms is still a comrade. If I hadn't messed it all up, he might still be alive.
Well, you can still make his death mean something, and I can give you the strength to do so. Now cheer up. Seeing you sad like this makes me...
Makes you what?
Yes, it makes me very... something. Tight in the chest. Anyway, stop frowning at me. I don't like it.
Feeling very emotion. A very emotion, you know?
No matter what anyone else tells you, I'm the closest ally you have. Remember, we're partners in destiny.
Mm-hmm.
Are you prepared for this?
Honestly, I don't know. Gerald wouldn't want this. He didn't believe in vengeance for vengeance's sake.
Indeed. You could not be more right. Revenge is not a thing you take for someone else. You seek revenge to slake your rage and heal your wounded heart. I know you are prepared to do whatever that you must. I could do this by force, you know. Be grateful then that I asked for your leave at all.
You're right. This has to come from me. And I accept your power. Help me win, no matter what it takes.
Ah, yes. You shall make a most worthy vessel after all. And now, behold all that I have discovered at the edge of time.
Okay, wow. So that was completely different, both sides. There wasn't really any overlap with the end of chapters on both of those. All right. But probably the longest chapter we have had through the entire game, just because of how much was all at once with no paralogue to break it up. And that's just because they decided to double up paralogues 2 chapters in a row instead of spacing them out like the other chapters for whatever reason. But it's done. All of chapter 10, the start of part 2, both outcomes of recruiting and not recruiting Byleth, a shitload of supports. It's done. Don't know how long this video is going to end up with, but it's 3.5 hours of recording for me. Ugh. But thank you all for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed, especially if you made it this far into the video. And I will see you all next time. Bye.